You can use the properties of exponents to evaluate expressions that include operations, such as multiplication and division. The chart below summarizes these properties and provides an example of each. For all properties, assume that A does not equal 0. Our first property will be the property product of powers, and you can see that here in this top box. When multiplying the bases that are the same, add the exponents. So if you have 3 to the second times 3 to the third, we're just going to add the exponents. So we're going to add the 2 and the 3 together. So we're going to keep the 3 the same, and we'll end up with 3 to the 5th power. And if you multiplied out 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, you would end up with 243. We're now moving to the quotient of powers here in this second box. The quotient of powers is when dividing and the bases are the same, subtract the exponents. So if we have 2 to the 5th power divided by 2 to the 3rd power, we're just going to subtract the exponents. So you can see that over here in our example. 2 to the 5th, 2 to the 3rd. We're going to subtract 2 to the 5th minus 2 to the 3rd. So you're going to end up with keeping the 2 the same, and 5 minus 3 equals 2. So you end up with 2 to the 2nd, or 4. Power of a product. When multiplying and the exponents are the same, multiply the bases. So if we have 4 to the 2nd times 3 to the 2nd, the exponents are the same. They're both squared, or to the 2nd power. So we're going to multiply 4 times 3, which is 12, and keep that to the 2nd power. And you can see they've done that here for you in the example. 12 to the 2nd power, or 12 times 12, is 144. When the power of a quotient, when the quotient is raised to an exponent, apply the exponent to both bases. So as you can see, we have A over B, and here in this first box, to the C. So that would be the same as A to the C power divided by B to the C power. We see it in real numbers. We have 2/3 to the 2nd power. So we're just going to take 2 to the 2nd power as your numerator. And for your denominator, we're going to have 3 to the 2nd power. So that would be 2 to the 2nd is 4, 3 to the 2nd is 9. So you'd end up with 4/9. And then the last one, power of a power. When a power is raised to a power, multiply the exponents. So if we have 3 squared to the 4th power, we're going to multiply the squared, or the 2 times the 4, and give us 8. So we'll end up with 3 to the 8th power. I hope this helps. There are some rules there for zeros. There's a special rule for all expressions with an exponent of 0. Any base other than 0 raised to the power of 0 equals 1. So if you have -7 to the 0 power, it would equal 1. Also, if you had 7 to the 0 power, it would equal 1. So 0 is kind of like that special number. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions, make sure and contact either Mr. Lynn, Mr. Linscott, or myself.